The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
80 weapons. Check 13. Check 13. Watch the edge.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. But that man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17. Charles, 211 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of playoff success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So at playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Snap.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check what's
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, Delta.
On first down, Tannehill. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. Oh, he sheds himself free. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Humphries on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, fighting off the defender. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Derrick Henry all alone. It's a big run that time by Henry. 56 yards. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Now it's the backup Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw Mariota. Got a man. It's Brown. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Alpha.
Mariota now. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. Mariota on first down. And caught by Henry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Mariota, complete. It's Henry.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Kill.
Mariota gives to Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 25 on 2nd down. Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Derrick Henry, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And the Titans are going to recover the football. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
There you go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Go now. 70, Indy.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
3rd and long here for Mariota. It's complete to Brown, right side. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you up.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, Kamale Correa, coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check, tight right, tight right, tight right.
The pitch to Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Steps away to his left. He'll run it. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Boy, they're lucky, very lucky to get this one back.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First down, Green Bay.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
6-6, pull it high. At the 23-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Nashville, it's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers again now. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go. 15 lining. 15 lining. You must be dreaming. Say go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Complete. This is Lewis. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the double.
42, Mike, 42.
And what's delay? Snap.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 44-yard line.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. Henry's got it. Out on the left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. He finds Humphreys. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. Shedding defenders at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Mariota hands to Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
That's a gain of 3. It's
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A little track jump. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kamale Correa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Now in desperation. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And an alley to run. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Roberts got it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram there to make the grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, San Francisco.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though. He did score the touchdown in the third quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled. That he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in a Super Bowl. That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. Don't forget Tevin Coleman. The great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl. Came back to start that game. Showed a great amount of toughness. But they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected. And they ended up with the result that maybe was unexpected, too. A loss in the Super Bowl.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On second down, Ingram. And out across midfield, down to the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On second and 12, Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson on first down. He's going deep for... They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 31 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
You draw Corker.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
Here we go.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
Don't get nervous. Wait.
Here we go on fourth down to Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Right there. 56. It's coming this way.
This is Ingram on first and 10. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Jackson and the offense come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. And oh, look at that. A diving catch.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On second down now, it's Ingram. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Tucker's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tomadop Peko racks up the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second and a couple. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
21. Here we go. Hey, alert!
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. On first down, it's Coleman. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
3 down. Watch the safety creep. 1, Omaha.
Garoppolo on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself, and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
They'll run on first down. Coleman trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that point.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check 43.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. They will run again with Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Roberts has it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to sling this deep down. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And an alley to run. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, it's Coleman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st down, 49ers.
21.
Sponge. No.
Here's Coleman. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
11. General West.
A gain of 4.
11.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided.
Here we go.
Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
11.
57.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do. Let's just talk.